Hey everyone, welcome to the new podcast episode. I'm pretty excited about this one. We've got a special guest, Paul Cameron, awesome artist. Welcome, mate. How are you?
Yeah, good man. Thank you. Thank you very much for having me on your first one.
Yeah, no worries. I'm just glad you could join me. Paul's done so much awesome work. I mean, I'll just introduce you with a few of these. Like, have a look at this one. This is some of your work that you've sent through Patreon. And your Batman, this was for Halloween, wasn't it? Is that right?
Yes.
Epic. Absolutely love that one. Just the detail, look at that. Insane.
Well, because I just watched Batman Begins, and I thought I couldn't believe that I hadn't drawn the Batman demon. Already.
Yeah, yep.
So that's what made me. And then I had a story behind it, like it was a Halloween thing, and he'd been released by Scarecrow and stuff. Anyway, yeah.
Oh, that's cool. It fits perfect for it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Solomon Grundy. But this one is epic, and this was part of the one of the art comps as well, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
Yeah, really good piece too. I love that. And you got Storm. This one was we got a runner-up apparently. This was a runner-up as well for one of the art comps.
Yeah. I went on a mad X-Men 97 when that was on. I just went mad with all the drawings.
Yeah. Oh, great. That was a great show. Sorry, it's a little bit of lag with the loading there, but Hellboy. Oh, man. And see, like, yeah, this is one of the things I want to talk about your work as well, is like you've got this way of going super with the rendering, right? You can really handle like heavy rendering, detail, look at the detail and all that kind of stuff. And you can also, balance it out with more anime kind of stuff, especially that's epic. But the Johnny Cage one as well, like anime, it's more simplistic, cell shade, one shade, that kind of stuff. You can really balance it out, yeah.
And sometimes I need to do stuff like that because sometimes if you do heavy rendering all the time, it's taxing, mentally sometimes.
Yeah. Actually, that's so true because sometimes I've done it before, right? You feel burnt out sometimes when you've got a big character that you've done up and you're like, I still got to render it and you got to do all that stuff. Yeah, sometimes it's okay to be like, let's just keep this one simple and fun. And like, that's what I like to do sometimes. So leaning into the anime, you can really do that. And
100%.
Yeah. No, I just want to talk about this Invincible one. I think that's absolutely epic. I love that. Oh, look at this. I love that. That's unreal.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
This kind of brings me back to like the mid '90s, and I used to love is it Toxic Avenger or something? What's his name?
Yeah. Toxic Avenger. Yeah.
Is that what it is? And this reminds me of a mix of that and Ninja Turtles smashed together. Like,
yeah,
that's kind of what I'm getting out of this. But I just love the way it's drawn. It's so cool.
I was saying this before, and I don't think my audio was on, but that face is basically me. So anyone.
That's your face, yeah.
Basically, yeah.
And that's the best way to do it, though, isn't it? Like and I've done the same thing before as well. You take a photo of yourself so you can get the anatomy right or the angle, like because sometimes you just can't find the reference, isn't it? Like you just can't.
Yeah.
Find it. I've done the same thing where you take a photo of like hands and stuff. Like I like to do the thwipping hand for Spider-Man or just anything at a different angle, and they'll be on my phone, and then our TV has like a screensaver and it's sometimes my little embarrassing kind of photos pop up there and everyone can see it. It's funny as.
Well, I've got to retell that story then.
Yeah, I want to hear. That's why I got into it. I wanted to hear yours again.
So for anyone, so I went to Bunnings. So for anyone listening that's out of Australia, it's like a big hardware store, right? Anyway, I went in there and I had a photo of what I needed and I was showing these two girls that were helping me. And as I was flipping through my gallery, there were all these like topless shots of me with like my fat body like in stupid poses, and I'm like, just pretend you didn't see it, and they're like, okay, and I just walked off really like it was like Homer backing into the bushes. Do you know what I mean?
The shame.
It was terrible, man.
Yeah, that's.
Because imagine, as soon as I walked off, they probably would have had a coffee and like, what the fuck was that guy doing? Anyway, whatever.
And they wouldn't understand either because a lot of people don't know what us artists actually do, yeah.
And I felt like explaining, I'm like, no, I'm just going to go home.
Oh, I love this link. That's such detailed, full piece there. I love that. Background and all. Epic. Oh, this is, epic. Look at this.
Yeah,
The
so
details.
this is one of my favorites still, and it's a popular print like
Yep.
at
Oh, is
Supernova,
it? Yeah.
Oz Comic Con stuff still. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Sells well. That's good.
yeah. People like
Awesome.
the Bane one. That and horror seems to sell quite a lot too, actually.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh, Sub Zero. Yep. Epic.
Yeah, no, another photo of me.
Yeah. See, there we go. You're getting that angle right there. That's awesome.
Yeah, in the back of my head too. Sometimes like
Yeah.
it's more like trying to make a movie scene, like camera angles from a movie scene, because I don't know,
It
it's more
really is.
interesting, right? Yeah.
Exactly. I think we're a lot the same like that because I am. That's exactly what I do. I think of everything as a movie scene. Like if I was a director, like how would you set this up? And I try to think
100%.
cinematically. Yeah, that's exactly what I do.
Like even now, if I walk outside, like I'm like, oh, there's a nice gradient in the clouds. I can use that. Like I'm just everything becomes about art and bloody rendering now.
Oh yeah, definitely. You were telling me before. This is someone got this tattooed.
They did, yeah, yeah. Wolver Steve, I think his name is.
Oh
He's
yeah.
from the UK. He loves Hugh Jackman. He's a huge Hugh Jackman fan. I
Oh,
think he met
that's
him
cool.
recently in the UK for the Deadpool and Wolverine tour and stuff. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Unreal. Yeah. In the likeness, that's spot on there. And for the tattoo, like I can see why I would have chosen it for a tattoo because now the line work's all there. Like it's really great drawing for that. Yeah.
And it's not
So
super detailed, so the lines the tattoo artist could like follow the lines on the face enough. It's not like
yeah.
super
Yep.
super detailed. So yeah.
That's right. Yeah. Doesn't have to go lifelike. Yeah. Yeah. This was one. You were. This was part of the art comp for Superman. We had a Superman theme. You won this one too.
I did, yeah. This was the first
Yeah.
one I won. I won, yeah,
Oh
yeah.
yeah. Yep. Yeah. I love that. That's so cool.
Oh look, I'm a
Always.
Superman fan from as far back as I can remember.
Oh
So
really? Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Superman's always been the number one for me.
That's
Yeah.
that you're more of a DC guy, aren't you?
Oh look,
Yeah.
I don't discriminate really, but
Oh no,
but
me neither.
no, but Superman's always been up there. So I don't know what it
Mm.
was. Something caught me, like whether it was the colors, the
Yeah.
cartoon, the Christopher
Yep.
Reeve movie. Something got my attention at like as a 4 or 5 year old, and that's
Oh, definitely.
been
Yeah.
ever since. Yeah,
That's so cool. Let's I'll have a look at your Instagram.
on here, man.
You were
Like,
showing me these, your VHS theme. So you've got a series of work. Yeah, you've been doing this as a reoccurring theme, which is
yeah,
such a cool idea. I love that.
and the I've been doing the Ninja Turtles movie characters as well, and they're really popular at the moment.
Oh
So I,
yeah, yep.
so I just did Casey Jones. Posted it last night, and then I did Donatello.
Oh
So
yeah.
that,
Oh
yeah,
sweet, look at that. Hell yeah.
yeah.
Have you tried printing these out and putting them in some VHS cases?
Not yet, because I've only just started doing them. So no, not yet. But I will
Oh
for
yeah.
for Supernova next year in
That is
Sydney.
so
I probably will. Yeah.
That is awesome.
So
Love the
so
crow.
that Crow one.
Yeah.
I met the director at Supernova about 3 years ago,
Oh
and
yeah.
he signed my art, and he explained how he filmed that scene with the rings coming out of the shotgun. It was super cool, man.
Oh nice. That's so cool.
Yeah, it was really cool.
That's awesome. I watched that recently. Yeah, I picked it up again. Like I watched it before I watched the newer one as well, and I watched the original, and my son as well. Like it was like a real bonding kind of moment. My son.
Did he like it?
Oh, he loved it. He's never seen it, and I said, "Watch this," and he just finished. He was like, "That was amazing." He loved it.
Great
Absolutely loved it.
soundtrack too. Really good soundtrack.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, you've got so much work here, and you were
So
saying I really want to talk about this one as well because you were saying this was another one that you set up with a photo
Yes.
of yourself, and it's such a smart way to capture that foreshortening, that angle. Like,
But the thing is, trying to be clever like that is, like I think I had to redraw the helmet a lot of times to get the angle right, and yeah, a lot.
oh yeah, yep. All right, we might get into some drawing soon. Hey, what do you reckon? Start
Yeah, man.
sketching away.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. We're going to do some drawing. I'm just checking out what you're doing at the moment, Paul. Yeah. What do you got? What do you got to work on?
I started doing a Fisto from Master of the Universe last week when I was doing one of my Master of the Universe VHS covers. I was inspired to do a Fisto, so I started that. But
Awesome.
once I started, I got some more work to do for Alpha Cash this month.
Yep.
So this will go. So I'll work on some more tonight maybe, and then But this will just be something I'll work on until I finish it. Like there's no real hurry.
Oh yeah, yep, yeah,
And
good.
I- and I started doing an Ultimate Warrior sketch, like yeah, because he was my favorite wrestler from back in the
Oh,
80s.
nice. That's cool.
So it's just something
Yeah,
random. Yeah.
yeah. Why not? That's cool. I love the way that's set up there. He looks great. Looks awesome. Very good.
Yeah.
You're really good at your anatomy. I love the muscle anatomy in that. You're always
Well,
absolutely killing it.
that's one of the things I've always tried to be. If I was going to excel in anything, I always wanted to be good at the anatomy part. Like I've always been into the muscles, and because my dad always had like bodybuilder books around the house, so I've always
Oh
been
yeah,
into,
yep.
and especially like growing up, and even now, you see a lot of artists still don't really get it right, and it's noticeable.
Oh yeah.
Like I
It's
mean, professional artists. I mean, like published artists. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah. No, I know exactly what you mean. I've seen it. I've seen it before. It's and like I'm a bit the same as you. Like uh, I think we're a similar age, aren't we? And like I grew up in the '90s.
I'm a bit older. I think I'm 45.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
so I was like, yeah, but similar time, like 80s and 90s, right? So like there was,
yeah. I'll be 40 next year, next October. Yeah, no, like yeah, you're right. Like '80s and '90s, like growing up there. I don't know why, but like every cartoon on TV or anything was all masculine kind of crazy anatomy, like He-Man and
yeah.
all that. Yeah, even the Ninja Turtles, everything's muscles, muscles, muscles. I don't
Also,
know.
even when I draw my Ninja Turtles, I always do them like super beefy. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
it's just, well, this is my go-to, right? Like it's hard. It's actually hard to draw skinny people for me sometimes.
Oh, I agree. Like I'm a bit the same, and I make the mistake where, and I've been pulled up with work, like working with Marvel. They've been like, or even Atomic Mass Games a lot too, where I have a hard time breaking away from doing super muscly. There was one project actually specifically I worked on, right, and
Yeah,
it was for some Star Wars work, right? So that's
yeah,
totally different, and it's
yeah.
like. They don't there's barely any muscles involved in Star Wars. It's all fabric and clothing and like
Exactly. Yeah.
so my characters were coming out super muscly, like they just left the gym and they were like and like
Actually, you know,
yeah.
there's some AI. I've seen AI out there where people have done exactly that. They've made
Oh
all the
yeah.
Star Wars characters like super beefy. Even Yoda.
Yep.
It's
Yeah,
so,
I saw that, I think.
it's so
Something
funny.
like that. Oh, with the AI. That was funny, yeah.
But that
So
was I would do that too, man. That's the
oh
thing
yeah,
because
yeah.
it's hard to pull away. Like I remember from primary school. I remember
Yeah.
I had to draw because I went to like a Catholic primary school and I had to draw Jesus for something. And it was like even then I remember one of the kids going super muscly. And this is as a kid, but like it's always been a thing. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, yep.
I don't know.
Yeah, wow. Nah, it's unavoidable, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I get pulled up on it, and I have to slim them down, or like just. I've learnt to kind of focus on the fabric, really, in like doing
Yeah,
clothing. Yeah, when
how
it's
funny.
yeah, depending on what that is, but
But every now and
yeah.
then it makes me like want to draw like a skinny or a fat person or something just to do someone that's not, muscly. But anyway.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, I'm gonna start chipping away. Look, I've got an idea. I just need to see how my lag's going as well, but like I think it's okay. I'm in Photoshop. Still a bit of lag. I'll bring up Clip Studio, see if I can.
Is that the
Oh
one? Hang on.
yeah. Oh, the mapping pen is awesome. It's
Mapping pen. I use that for inking and most of my rendering, really.
yeah,
But
yeah, yeah. It is. That's actually one of my favorites too. Where are we? So yeah, my mapping pen. That's the one I use.
yeah,
For
100%.
inking. Yeah.
And then, for the coloring, like still shading, I start with the mapping pen, but then I'll obviously do stuff. I've got like a grunge brushes and stuff for later on. But yeah,
Yeah. Yep.
generally, because I started. So what ended up happening? I used to try and rend, like when you did the. Oh, actually, I just remembered before I forget. Those
Yeah.
atomic mass game stuff you put out in the last like today, the Captain America and the Ghost Rider.
Oh
So
yeah.
good, man.
Yep.
That's amazing, man.
Oh,
That's so good. I just wanted to
oh,
say it
thanks.
was really, really good stuff. Yeah. So are they
I
cards?
appreciate it. Yeah. So one is the ones that I released the first few.
Yeah.
I'll see if I'll bring them up while we're talking about it real
Yeah,
quick.
yeah, yeah. Because the Captain America, Ghost Rider was amazing, but the Captain America, I think there's something about those colors. That's why I love Superman. You know, like the blues and the reds. There's something about it I really
Oh
like.
yeah.
But the Ghost Rider is really interesting. Interesting design with the power, like the electricity. Like, what was that about? Are you allowed to? Oh yes. Yeah,
Oh yeah. The the Ghost Rider, the Cosmic Ghost Rider. Yeah,
Oh, Cosmic Ghost Rider, right?
yeah, yeah. These are the ones you're mentioning.
That's beautiful. Like that is so crisp, eh? That's so nice, man.
Oh, thanks,
But,
mate.
but,
It's been about 2 years ago, I think I did this one now, which is kind of crazy.
but,
It's been a while.
but I can see like I love what you've done with the red, like the dark red. Like you've color balanced it, and it's got a really nice color to it.
This one? Yeah.
Yes, yeah. In saying that, I'm slightly colorblind, so I mean,
no, you're right. It's funny you say that because this is a style choice from Atomic Mass Games. Actually requested this. This is their thing. Yeah, they want to.
It looks really good.
It's more of a purple in the shadows, and then the red.
Yes.
Midtones are red. Yeah.
I'm actually obsessed with purple at the moment in pictures. Oh, so that look even the background. So is Cosmic Ghost Rider a thing? Or
yeah, yep.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't so familiar with him either when I started.
No.
And I absolutely loved it when I saw him. I was like, "Oh, that's cool! He's like a space Ghost Rider."
Dude,
and,
the angles are insane. Though, like, to get the bike and stuff at that angle, man, that's crazy.
Oh, it was so hard. I tell you what, like
I bet you it was. Yeah,
it was hard, but I really wanted it. Like when I fixate on something in my mind, and I'm like, I want that angle. I'm gonna work until I get it. Like it takes me so long. Yeah.
But look at it pays off though, right? Like.
Yeah, nice. Like I'm just persistent, and I really want it. The background, it's funny, it wasn't necessary, but I wanted to add it anyway. Like
it looks good though.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I had to. I was like enjoying the art so much when I was doing it because I just get really passionate about it that I'm like, even though I'm not getting paid for the background, it's not part of the deal. I just did it anyway. I'm like, I want to do it. Yeah.
That's amazing. Yeah, that's great.
Oh, thank you. I don't do it every time, backgrounds, but some I do, yeah. Like the Captain America one doesn't have a background.
So they only want just like the character itself.
So what I was originally saying was, these are just character pieces. So they'll ask and say, can you, like, they'll be like, next we've got, well, I'll just say Captain America. Can you just give us, like, pose options? And I'll send off a sheet of just sketches, like 15... roughly about 15 pose options, like rough. I'll keep them super loose and rough, like gestures.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
And then they'll just approve one or two, and they'll say we want that and that because the characters need to have a healthy side and an injured side, and they go and stack cards later, and they just kind of use the characters when they want. So this one's a card, a playing card.
I love the snow too. It's such a
card.
All of it's really good. It's all it's beautiful stuff.
Oh, thanks. It's this is their idea. Like obviously I have to come up with the idea of the angles and the art and all that, but they have a paragraph, and it will say we want a snowy mountain setting. Captain America's just beaten Zemo, and he's defeated, but he's got one more trick up his sleeve, and he presses the detonator to activate Winter Soldier's kill mode or whatever. So Winter Soldier's like leaping behind Cap. Like this, it's kind of like trying to tell a story in one picture. It was pretty hard.
The Alpha Clash is the same thing. Like you'll get a quick overview of what they want, and then you've got to go to town and come up with your that kind of thing. Yeah, that's amazing. That's beautiful. It's good stuff.
Oh, thanks, mate. Yeah, I better get back to my art. What did I have? I was like. But like I was so stoked to be able to finally share some stuff. I thought I'm going to keep it going too, so I'm going to share a bunch more.
Oh, that's mad.
Yeah, it'll be fun. I'm just going to
because the Alpha Clash Set 4 came out, so I was finally able to share the 8 pieces I did for Set 4 as well, which was good.
Oh, awesome! Yeah, that's so cool that you're working with Alpha Clash too. I wanted to talk about that a little bit. As well, like how do you like it? You loving it?
Yeah, it's good, man. And I was thinking about it today. There's only been 3 months this year that I haven't been doing stuff for them, so I've been pretty consistent this year with all the stuff. So I did Set 4, I did some stuff for Set 5, and now I'm doing stuff this month and next month for something else, like some side thing they've got going. Yeah, so it's been pretty consistent. Yeah, it's really good, man. Yeah. I've learned a lot too. Like initially, and same thing like. That you said, like when I went back and look at my old stuff, my inks were very messy, and it's little things you don't think think you think of until you're made aware of it. And then I've gone back on, oh yeah, shit, it was really rough and bits sticking out here and bits sticking out there. So I really had to tighten up because like sort of Wade hammered me a little bit at the start, like to get it right, which is fair enough, right? Because it's been really, really good. And what also
That's
happened,
right. Yeah.
it was I was trying that rendering process where you color, like what you did with your tutorial with the Uncharted, where you do everything in that blue color and then color balance later and change all the flat colors. But what was happening is because I'm, like I said, slightly colorblind, the color balancing doesn't work for me, and it was looking muddy. And
Really?
I did it on one piece, and he's like, his skin he looks sick. I went, I said, okay, I can't tell the difference heap. So what I do now, it might take a bit longer, but I just color off the flat. So I'll do a flat color, and then I'll render on top of that because it's easier for me to color pick and do other
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah. So.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah. So it's been a good learning process. Was I guess my point. Yeah.
Oh, I reckon. And
Yeah.
it's like, because that's yeah, it is. It's like that's what I found as well. Because there's a lot of I was doing a bit for him as well, and
We did stuff for
it's a lot
Set
of
4 as well, right? Like the Genesis
yeah,
stuff.
yep. A lot of thought behind the like costumes as well, because there's a lot of
Yes.
characters that aren't. Did you do a lot of concept stuff as well? Did you have to come up with ideas for suits and stuff?
So actually, so recently, which was really awesome for Set 5 stuff, I had to not invent, but I had to design a shield for one of the characters, which is awesome. I can't wait for people to see that, and like a necklace with all these pendants that have different weapons on them. So yeah. So I've had a chance to do some really cool stuff. I'm glad they trust me enough to do it, which is good. So yeah. So it's been good, man. Yeah. So I've got to design some stuff which I'll be able to. I'll probably not share till next year now, but yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun. I can't wait to see it all too. I don't think I've seen it yet. That's so cool.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
It's been a really good learning process because it's my first professional gig, right?
Yeah. Yep.
And no, it's been good just to know, what's expected and stuff. So, but the biggest thing I've taken out is the ink. I can see such big differences with, just thick to thin and just tidy lines, which you take for granted, I think. But yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's just a lot involved with the. Like I learned a lot too, just doing it all, just the cover stuff, like and
100%, man. Yeah.
characters, yeah, like coming up with it, and like it's just so much involved. But yeah, I think that comes with every job as well.
Of course, yeah.
Every different thing I've worked for, I've learnt something all new. Even side commissions that I've done a random commission here and there, which I haven't done for a little while now, but I think last year, and it was a really big project. I don't think I'm allowed to talk about it yet, but I learnt so much just in that one alone, and I was
That's
things
good.
I don't usually do, yeah, and that's kind of exciting. I like that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
for sure. Yeah.
Yeah,
I haven't. Yeah, I mean, I haven't had time to do many commissions. I get asked every now and then. I'm like, but to be honest, I just don't know if I can even be bothered sometimes because people sometimes want random stuff. I'm like, I don't know if I want to do it.
yeah. Yeah, I don't do
Yeah.
them either anymore. I haven't done them for so long.
No.
Yeah,
And like,
just
and
the
people-
one-off,
And
Yeah.
people really want stuff for free. Like artists, I don't know. It's a funny thing. Like artists get really, I don't know. I just feel like
Yeah.
people just expect stuff to be done for like $5. Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
a lot of work goes into like the thing that I recall is my Stranger Things, which was a commission. And that was a lot of detail. That took me weeks early on to do the big Stranger Things piece, and then
Oh, okay. Yep.
I remember initially going, "Oh yeah, no worries, man, $40." I'm like, and then I thought about it. I went, "Whoa, wait!" And I still only charged like $100, but that was easily like triple. It should have been like triple the price because like that thing took me weeks, man, of inking and then rendering and stuff. Anyway, I didn't know.
Yeah.
It was early on, so.
Oh, right. Yep. No, good. I'm struggling at the moment with this. I'm in Cliff Studio, right, and I just can't find the right brush to sketch with. That's why I'm like, people are probably really annoyed looking at my
Actually,
screen.
I'll tell you what, I've got a really cool pencil one that actually looks like a lead pencil and it's super awesome. I wonder if I can save it and like send it to you at some point because it looks like a HB pencil. It's really awesome to sketch with.
Oh,
actually.
right. Yep.
If I can get the right one, I'll send it. I'll see if I can send it to you or something. It's really good.
Yeah. Oh, I'd love it. Thanks. By the way, if anyone's wondering, I am working on. Uh, I just thought I would try out that TV, like TV design. Sorry, TV. I mean, t-shirts designs, artwork. So I think I've talked about it a little bit for recently on Patreon, and it's basically a new monthly project theme that I've got coming up where we design, or you guys will design some t-shirt designs, artwork, characters and like playful stuff, like something that would work really cool on a shirt that's like a caricature or like chibi or something fun. And yeah, I just want to have a little go at that. So I've got this idea that I want to play around with.
Speaking of chippies, I absolutely suck at doing that because I can't get those proportions right. I just want to make them giant and muscly, and I can't.
Oh yeah,
I just can't get the chippy thing right.
yeah, it's tricky. See, I'm exactly right now. I am trying to snap away from my usual style. So that's what I'm struggling with right now.
Yeah.
And I'm just scribbling really, trying to get like a cool.
There's some guys in the Patreon Discord, like some of the guys in the community, they I think do some really good chippies actually.
Yeah, yep, yeah, we do have a lot of those around. It's so cool to see. There are. And another thing, I'm in Clip Studio Paint, and I don't usually start my sketches in here. So that's another thing I'm kind of struggling with. I'm like trying to get used to the brushes and buttons and shortcuts and like.
Well, that's the thing. Like initially with the digital thing, it was really hard to get used to just sketching digitally. It wasn't. It didn't feel the same as when you muck around on paper. Like I'm okay now, but I mean that's it took.
Oh yeah, yeah, I know.
Ages to get used to it.
Yep, it does, doesn't it? Like, I'm really much more accurate, I think you would say, when it comes to traditional sketching, like especially cartoony or any gestures and things like that. But when it comes to like I'm not too bad. Like I've got used to doing it on digital, and that's pretty much all I ever do now. But yeah, I know exactly what you mean. You can be a bit more loose and free, and yeah.
And sometimes actually, if it's something I want to just whip out just to keep motivated, some of the sketchy stuff is actually, I don't mind it. Like some of the really sketchy stuff can look kind of cool.
Yeah, that's right. And it's like, even if it's just a line, like a stroke, and it's like, oh, I really like how that curves, and
yes.
Sometimes I'll just keep it.
Yeah, same. You're like, quick, duplicate it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's right.
So I haven't done anything on mine. I'm just looking at like different mechanical hands because, I mean, I don't want to do a boring fist. Like I'm trying to do my own version. So I'm just looking for inspiration for different like big giant, like metallic type fist.
Take your time. We're in no rush. Like it's just nice to chat. Actually, while I've got you as well, I'll just ask you a few questions. I think that's the best. Best approach since I'd like to know more about you and your just your life as an artist and just in general as well. But so I will start where'd you grow up? Where do you grow up as an artist? What's it like growing up there as an artist as well?
So I'm from Sydney, Sydney, Australia. I've lived in Sydney all my life. I remember I started drawing from quite a young age, 4 or 5, something like that. I think the first character I drew ever was Popeye.
Yep.
And that was one of the first things.
Popeye is awesome.
Yeah, and I've done it once since, but I remember that was like one of the first things I remember doing.
Yeah, yep.
And always, Superman and stuff like that. And I remember early on, I actually remember the moment being in my dad's car when I was drawing in the car and I first got the S symbol right. And it's something I've never forgotten. It was amazing, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Awesome. That's such a cool memory to have.
It is, yeah. It was really good. So, and then I sort of, I dropped, and so I always drew for a while. And in the 90s, I was super, into comics, and Joe Madureira is, my favorite comic artist of all time. So he really kept me drawing, his battle chases and stuff like that. But But then
Yeah.
once I sort of, I got married, the kids came along, the drawing dropped off for quite a while.
Okay. Yep.
And then I can't remember exactly when, but it was a few years, but then I didn't pick it up again really until, I was always doing sketches and stuff, but during COVID, like I said before, in getting serious about the digital stuff again. So the
Yep.
last 4 years has been quite a leap in,
Yeah. Wow.
yeah. So like,
You've
yeah,
just kind of just found that passion again. You just running at it.
100%. Yeah. And
That's
seriously, like,
awesome.
and especially the last 6 to 8 months, or maybe longer, but I've been really consistent almost every day doing something. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
drawing
Yep.
something. So
Unreal. That's good. That's what I like to hear. And look what you've done with it too. Like you've getting job opportunities and stuff. That's another question. Like what kind of I'd like to know about your work life and like what kind of job opportunities have you got? Comic cons, all that kind of stuff.
yeah, okay. So well, I mean, thanks to some good words being put in, I got the Alpha Clash work.
Yeah. Yep.
Um, and I do the local Sydney Supernova and Oz Comic Cons every year. I don't travel; it's too much to go every state. Like Alex sort of goes everywhere. It's crazy, man. He must be so tired. But
Oh yeah. Yep.
yeah. So I just do the Sydney ones, and then
Awesome.
I was asked if I wanted to be part of to do a comic, like for Panda Khan, which is he's like a kung fu panda, sort of basically, but it's sort of set in the Ninja Turtle world. And it was a graphic, and someone saw my Ninja Turtle art in one of the Facebook groups and sort of asked if I wanted to do the graphic novel. I accepted initially, but then I got the Alpha Clash stuff, and then and the comic thing, and it was going to be like 100+ pages, right? And it
Yeah.
was in the back of my mind, I'm like, it wasn't a good thing. I just kept thinking, like, I just don't know if I want to do it. And then I just wanted to keep doing the Alpha Clash, and I realized I liked
Yep.
doing the poster / cover pieces as opposed to the sequential stuff.
Oh yeah. Yep.
So I pulled out of that project, but I don't regret it at this point. Look, I mean,
Yeah. No,
maybe,
you got to do what you got to do. Yeah.
yeah, that's the thing. So yeah,
Yeah. No, that's completely normal. Yeah.
yeah.
Awesome.
But doing in doing the Alpha Clash stuff, yeah, it definitely that type of splash poster, cover type art I quite enjoy doing. So
Yeah. Yep. Oh, you're good at it too. You've been killing it. I love all the stuff you've
thank
been
you.
doing. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. So
Unreal.
hmm.
It's a good life, isn't it? And the freelance stuff. Yeah.
It's because, and that's the thing, because that's why I'm not too fussed about commissions and things. Because I mean, I've got a day job, like a good day job anyway. So
Yeah.
I'm not losing or anything like that. It's sort of like pocket money in a way. So like it'd be horrible to be if you're like struggling and having to live off. Well, I mean, I couldn't do it. Like not with a family, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
So no, it's quite a nice side gig. Obviously, if the right thing came along, of course, I would love to do it full time. But
Yeah.
that's a big call, and like it's very competitive.
It's hard. Yeah.
It's hard. It's
Yeah,
very competitive.
yep.
There's a lot of great artists out there too, and it's hard. Like the whole social media thing. Like what I've realized is it really comes down to knowing the right people. Because it's a lucky dip if you're trying to be discovered, on social media.
Yeah. And social media is harder. I found it's even harder these days now.
Oh,
it's getting harder and harder.
It's terrible. Yeah. So anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
But at the moment, it's all good. Yeah.
Yeah. Good. That's awesome.
Hmm.
And yeah. So you've been drawing since you were young, basically.
Yes. Yeah.
Just always had a bit of a knack for it. Yeah.
Yeah, and well, actually, when I was when I was in a security job, sitting in an office for hours, a good friend of mine who I've known for over 20 years, we were doing a comic together. He wrote the story, and I was drawing a comic actually in the security office while I was working night shift.
Yeah.
So we started doing stuff like that, and we were quite serious about it. But then we got to a point and we didn't really know where to go from there. And then he had kids, and then I had, and then we stopped doing stuff. And I might pick it up one day. I've still got a couple of the characters. Oh, I mean, I've got all the characters. We copyrighted them and stuff. So, we've they're all sitting there. I've just got to come up with the right story or, rewrite it one day. But yeah.
Yep.
So it's always been that. It's always been something there.
That's good. The same as me. Like I think that's when it's like a legit passion. Is it?
100%.
If you've done it since you're a kid, it means it's just one of those things you can't get away from.
100%. Like I'll tell you what, I was colouring using a mouse and MS Paint, so that's dedication.
Same.
That's
I was in like grade what was that, grade 7 and 8 I think, and I was doing the same, and it was like little pixel. It was Paint. It was called, and it was
that's right.
Using a mouse.
100. Actually, I did Death, from Darksiders 2, that game. Designed all the characters. So I actually drew a picture. There was a competition. You had to create your own weapon, and I drew and coloured in MS Paint, but I won the competition. I won the game in an art book actually back in the day, which was kind of
really
cool.
Oh,
yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, awesome. I'd have to find that art. Actually, I've got it somewhere. But
yeah.
I
when I was in like grade 8 I think it was, and I discovered another program they had in a design class there in high school, and it was like a little animating app, really basic, basically like Paint, but if it was, you could animate. And I used to do frames, and then you'd play it all together, and I'd do like stick death was a thing back then.
Yes.
And I used to do little animations, and it was fun. All the kids were just like, they'd huddle around your computer and just watch. It was so fun, and that was the first time I got that real kind of boost where you feel like it's exciting and fun, and it really formed that passion, like put that little fire in your belly kind of
thing.
So,
100%.
Yeah, and animating was fun, and I really got into that.
Well, speaking of, like, I have been, there's so many things to learn, right? But that's another thing on the list, like to learn like little animations, because doing the anime stills that I've been doing at the start, then I've been using little phone apps to try and animate stuff. It's pretty bad, but that's the next step, is trying to learn to animate things and stuff like that. Even if it's just a flowing cape on a still image, it's really cool. So.
Oh yeah, it's so fun. I was playing with Procreate. No, not Procreate. I was on the iPad and I was playing with this some animating app that the kids had, my boys, and it was so fun. And I just played around. I did like a Hulk. Tried to do like Bruce Banner turning into Hulk, and stuff like that. It was so fun, and so I love playing with it. I don't think I'd ever do it as a job, because I know how it's like a whole different thing.
Well, man, you got to learn all over again. It's something else. Start from
exactly.
Scratch.
That's like I would never do comics, like interior comics pages, because that's a whole different life.
Well, and that's the thing. So when I was on that Panda Khan project, and I was doing sample pages, and I was doing it, I'm like, I just don't know if I want to do this.
Oh yeah, yep.
And
you just feel it, and
Yep. And because at the similar time, I got, like I said, the Alpha Clash stuff, and I was doing that art. I'm like, this is the kind of stuff I want to be doing, not the sequential stuff. It just didn't feel right, and it was going to be a lot. It's like, you're right. It's a different world, right? So
exactly, yeah. You gotta, and that's it's good that you backed out of it. You gotta do what you feel is right, and where you belong, because you want to be happy as well. Like if your heart's not in it, it'll show. Like
100%. Because in my head, I'm like, because it's going to be a cartoon, and there might have been a Netflix thing, and there might have been a lot of good opportunities, but that wasn't enough for me to go. I couldn't just do it just for that. I'm like, So whatever happens, I said I'm fine with it. Because as soon as I said no, I can't do it, it was immediately like my mind was at ease, because it was always in the back of my mind going, I can't. What can I take? What job can I not take because of this? You know what I mean?
Yeah, good on you. Yeah, it's a smart choice. No, that's good. I'll throw another question at you. What have I got? Did you go to art school, or you self-taught? You just
self-taught, man.
Yep,
just
same as me.
So I used to. I found some old drawings actually, and there was a lot of just copying from comics and stuff like that. It was all. That's how I started. Was like copying stuff. I'll have a comic and then draw it on paper, and that's how I would. So unfortunately, like I've had to do a lot of learning as I've gotten older and this stuff now because I didn't start off at school, so I didn't learn, how to structure a face and all these other things. It was all by eye.
Oh,
So
okay. Yep.
even when I sketch now, I find it hard to do circles and shapes. I put in almost the muscles immediately, which is not, I mean, not always, but I've got a particular way I do stuff, and I can't. It's hard to simplify it, which I should, but because I didn't go to a school and learn the technical stuff. I have to learn it all now. Perspective in particular.
Yep.
Yes, the stuff. So being self-taught's all good and well, but I've had to learn and teach myself a lot of basic things that you would have learned in school that I didn't go to school for, kind of thing, for art.
Yeah. No, that's all right. That's the same as me. Like
Yeah.
I just study where I can, like as in like online. I've always just looked at things and soak it in.
Yes,
And,
exactly. Yeah,
I
exactly.
think that's the best way to do it.
Look, there's so much stuff, like with YouTube being what it is now and stuff. There's so much content out there, man. So
Yeah, exactly. No, it's a good way to go. I think it's great.
David Finch has got a really good channel with some good stuff as well. So
Yeah, he does, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I love. There was a chance. It was a while back. I think it was about a year ago now. Actually, I had a chance to go on and draw with him. But
did you do it?
it's my fault. Like I just didn't do it. That was more out
Fair
of
enough.
just being shy. Like it wasn't. I was so.
I get it.
'cause
I get it. I get it.
I hold him at such high regard. Like he's just so awesome, and I'm like, oh man, what if I've got to draw? Like
What did he want you to do?
so shy. Like it was more just an invite. Like it wasn't planned. It wasn't set up. It was just like, hey, if you want to come on, let me know. We'll line it up. Sorry, someone help. Sorry, was it Alex? Someone lined it up for me. I believe it was Alex or Wade or someone. Sorry, I should remember that. But yeah, just to draw whatever, I guess. I guess he probably has things more organised and has a theme. But yeah, I just kind of let it go because I didn't follow through. That was my bad. But I would have loved to join him. I'm sure the invite would still be there if I ever wanted to, but I'm just so, I don't know. I think too much about it and then I get all like anxious,
No, I get it. I would probably be the same.
Yeah.
I mean, because you end up the anticipation of it makes it, you make it worse in your head and then probably wouldn't have been that bad, but you make it in your head so bad.
Exactly.
What if this happens? What if that happens? But
I need to stop thinking about it too much and just take the leap. But yeah, no, it'd be awesome. No, he's a great artist. He does such cool like. He has inspired so many, hasn't he? Like.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Like his style as well. It's very deep. Like it's very particular. It's very like him and Jim Lee were. I always admired those guys. I never tried to emulate their stuff, but their stuff has been amazing since the 90s, right? Like Jim Lee in particular, like his X-Men and Punisher and everything he did was amazing. But
so good.
But but they're very, very detailed, aren't they?
Yeah, exactly. Big inspirations, and I like to tap into that when I need to. That kind of stuff. If I was doing a more edgy kind of picture, that like a Batman one or something and I'm like, I want to tap into a bit of David Finch and like, get the details right. I would look at his work and stuff. Just you got to take that little bit of inspiration where you can.
Yeah, 100%.
So,
and that's what I love doing, like solid black stuff. I always have, but especially with digital stuff now, I love erasing out of the solid blacks. And sort of hatching in a way,
Yep.
you know what I mean? I love
taking
doing
out
that.
the negative space, isn't it?
Yeah, it's so good, man.
Yeah.
I love it. I don't know, it's so weird to say, but it's almost therapeutic, and I can't even explain it. I love just breaking up the solid black, but it's such a good effect, right? Like, it's really cool.
It is, yeah. It is. It's awesome. I'm real stuck with this. I'm trying to get this guy right.
Mate, I've done nothing here. I've done a little bit of liquefying. That's it.
That's all right. I'm really shocking when I try and talk and draw at the same time because I get in focus mode and I still listen, but it's like I'm not very good at multitasking.
No, no.
So I get a lot slower.
What I end up doing, I'm talking, but I'm watching what you're doing. So
Oh yeah, yep.
and
I'm
I've
trying
done
to
nothing.
draw. I'm trying to draw a clicker
It looks
from The
good.
Last of Us.
I like it. Yeah, I can see what you're doing. It looks good. I like the tongue and the mouth and the teeth
I'm
already. It's
so
pretty good.
I'm so messy though. Like
But
this
it's
is
so
me being rough.
no, but it's really good working messy.
It
It's
is best thing to do.
I think so.
So the thing I'm struggling with right now is I'm like, I really want the hands to just be out and reaching out like a cartoon, but
Yes.
now his arms covering his mouth now. So I'm like,
So so that's another thing I had to learn as well, right? Is covering up and like what did you call it? Those lines that intersect that should intersect.
oh yeah, like
What's the
so
term?
the ones that are
You did a
more,
tutorial on it. Yeah. Anyway, you know what I mean. Right?
yeah,
Like
yeah, the tension points.
tension points.
Like
Yeah. So
like
that's
if
something.
something's yeah,
Yeah, and it's something I didn't realize. And it's like you need a checklist of things to check when you're doing stuff. And you're like, all right, no tension points, no this, no that, inks,
yeah,
outlines.
yeah.
There's a lot of things to remember. Yeah, but it was little things like that that I didn't realize as
Tension
well.
points are funny enough. I actually learnt that in because it is a part of the art world, but I learnt that in graphic design as well, mainly as
Ah,
well. Because I when I used to study with that and because I got my diploma in graphic design, and I remember that yeah, tension points was a big deal. They were like, you know, this like especially with text, if you have just a little bit of your text touching, like if you're creating a logo, a tension point would be where I'm not really explaining it well, but if like your letters are folding over each other or just touching, like if you've got something just touching and it just looks odd, so it's best to separate them and give them space to breathe. So
but
with art I look out for the same thing, whether there's a with the silhouette of a character, because you want a
yeah,
good pose, you want a
yeah.
strong silhouette. Yeah, if you I always look at mine carefully and I'm like, oh that what do you say, like that foot looks like it's just touching the side of that leg, like the foot would be just touching, and it bugs you, like it's like get it away from it.
I know, but you know what?
Yeah.
It's not even non-artists can spot it. So that's not the problem, but so so you really it's something you got to fix, right? Because
Yeah.
there was something Jim Lee said. I can't remember about like filling solid black into an image, right? Because your eye and your brain can sort of. I wish I could remember. Like that's why like he does like his solid blacks work, and when you make it smaller, it looks almost realistic because your mind can put the pieces together. Because it's I can't remember what it was. Wish I could remember now. It made sense.
Oh
When I heard
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
It
Yep.
made sense when I heard it, but anyway.
Yeah. What kind of techniques do you have for like art block? Like if you're lacking motivation, what do you do to kind of snap out of that?
Watch a movie, an anime, or just sort of look through my favorite images of
Oh yeah, yep,
comics and stuff. So, like I said, Joe Madureira is like my favorite. So I'll look through Battle Chasers or watch an anime or what a movie, or even listen to music. And
yeah,
but mainly movies. I think I would watch a particular movie and like, oh, cool, I'm going to draw this character. It'd be like super random and bizarre, but
yeah,
that's why like that's why I said sometimes even if I've got a job to do, sometimes I'll take a day where I just go do something random for myself, and that keeps me motivated.
yep, yeah, awesome.
Yeah, so
That's good. And then
yeah.
when you get back to it, you're all fresh again.
Correct. Yeah. But
Yeah,
knock on wood, I haven't had a huge block for quite a while, so it's yeah.
yeah, good, awesome. Yeah, I struggle. Oh well, I actually deal with it pretty well these days. I found, the best ways for me to get over something. Like if I'm really lacking motivation and I'm just like struggling to one character and I'm just, or if it's a pose and I'm hating it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've learnt to just be like, right, to trust the gut feeling. I'm like, right, well, it's obviously not working. Scrap it completely, and I'll redo something completely different. And it's funny because then that little spark will kick in on a new pose, and I'm like, oh man, I'm so glad I retried that, because it's now I'm feeling that little motivation boost, and you're
Yeah.
enjoying it again, and it comes back. So I always just scrap things now.
100%.
And,
Isn't it
yeah.
amazing that feeling when every line just works, and you're like, yes,
Yeah.
yes, and then as you do more, you're like, yes, it's still happening, yes, and then
Yep.
it works out exactly sort of how you see in your head eventually.
That's
Um,
right. Yeah.
it's exciting.
Yeah, it's good when it actually works. Man, I see right now this pose right here is bugging me just with that hand. Because I want it to go out, but then I'm like, I can't cover his face. So what I would do is usually, like, to get around that, is scrap completely. I probably will go back to the other one because there's something I want to do with it. But I could go more side on, and now actually have like I have to like really scrap this in. But I could still have kind of an angle, but I reckon I could just
Are you thinking
go
of?
nuts with.
So this is for a T-shirt, right? So are you doing a little background or just the character?
Mainly want to do just the character, and I'm trying to think what he's going to be chasing as well. But like, oh man, I'm kind of hating this one now. But I would have, but like the hands would be like out past his face,
Yes.
and now the face, now the face can be like all like free.
It's a bit Frankenstein or zombie-like. I know what he's chasing.
Yeah,
like, the hands out. I get it. Yeah.
and I wanted to get like some kind of chase thing going, and then like blah, blah. But I really hate the look of this one. But I think I'll go back to the other look.
I like the
That's
label.
one way to get around it. Yeah.
Yeah.
One way to get around it would be for me to just do kind of a side angle. But yeah, I kind of don't like the way that's looking already.
I do like the angle of the other. Oh, now that you've done that leg, but I do like the
I
head.
think the other ones, I like the other angle better.
I
think,
me too. Same. I like that one. That's quite good.
I think I could, if I keep working it, I could get around that hand thing. So I might just keep mucking around. I'll muck around with that because I think I can do it. But I'm going to try and, sorry, I was just changing something, and I'm going to try and see if I can do the head a little better. Because I don't want to keep you all night. I'll try and keep it. It's getting late. What is it? 10 o'clock? 10 o'clock at night. Yeah.
10 o'clock. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. So we won't keep you too much longer, but
That's all right.
it's fun. These clicker heads are pretty wild to try and draw.
Yeah, because it's like a big brainy plant type thing, isn't it? Like
It really is. It's just nuts. Absolutely bonkers.
actually, I haven't drawn it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's something. That's another one on the list. I've never drawn like a clicker or anything from The Last of Us yet.
Yeah, I've only drawn one or two before, a couple of them, but not many. But yeah, what do you? You're right. You go.
Oh no, I was going to say there's just so many things on the list I want to draw at some point. There's always something.
Yeah. There is. Do you? So now that because your work, like everything you've been doing, you're kicking it off really well, and you're consistent, and I feel like you've got a style now, haven't you? Like you kind of know exactly what you want, what you're doing. Are you? What's your kind of goals now? Do you want to pursue like a career? Are you?
Oh, I mean,
keep going with it all?
yeah, for sure. I would love that, but it's just, I think, like I said before, it's really hard unless you either know the right person and you're lucky enough for the right eyes to see your stuff.
Yeah.
So if the opportunity came, 100%, like because I love doing this, so yes, I would. But
Awesome.
But I mean, at this point, I've got like a decent day job, and with a family and stuff, I couldn't stop it from freelance if it wasn't consistent.
Yep. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Yes, if the right opportunity come, 100%, yes, I would love that. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. You'll get there. It'll be one of them things. It's going to come for you because like if you just keep doing, all that killer work. Like if you keep going, the work finds you, and you'll just have all these opportunities kind of coming at you. It'll be great.
Oh, thank you.
I'm really excited.
I hope so. Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm always excited to see how it all goes for you.
No, so I appreciate everything, I guess, you've done as well to help me get to where I am, like with not only, I guess, Alpha Clash, but just in general, like improving because when I see my stuff from, 3-4 years ago, it's a very big difference, and you and some of the guys in the community has sort of helped me heaps, to be honest. So it's been...
Oh, thanks. Yeah.
It's been really good being part of the Discord community and stuff as well. It's been really, really good.
That's so cool. Yeah. No, I love what we've got going here. Like, and I especially just seeing everyone kind of like helping each other out as well on Discord. That just makes my day when I go in there and everyone's like,
well, it's something as
chatting and
as an artist you need it, I think, because like, like when you stare at something too much, like I can't see what's wrong here, and you need someone with a similar like mind can go, all right, because when I've done, because I've shown you, and sometimes I'll say something to Alex or whoever, I'm like, and straight away like, yeah, this, I'm like, see, I couldn't see it because there was so many other things in the picture, and you've been staring at it for hours, but
yep. It's so true. Like, it's one of them things you just can't help sometimes, and you go blind to it almost. It's so strange, isn't it?
You do. It's either that, or what I've learned to do is, all right, walk away, watch a movie, sleep on it. I come back the next day. I'm like, there it is, bang, bang, bang. So So that's why I've said I've stopped rushing stuff out, which I used to do. I'm like, I didn't care about getting stuff out every day for social media. I don't care anymore. I thought I had to do it, and I don't care now. I just, I need to, if I know there's something I can't get right, particularly for Alpha Pash or professional jobs, I'm like, no, I'll sleep on it. And then the next day I come back and I can see where I've got to fix. So.
Yeah, great. That's awesome. I was originally going to do like a little fishing line or something going over. How does it work? And like have a severed hand.
A severed hand would be sick. That would be really cool.
Or I did just have this little idea before, which I think would even be more fun. For like, I'm thinking t-shirt design wise, what if it was like Toad from Mario, because he's a mushroom and these guys are mushrooms.
Oh,
and maybe he's like freaking out, like big shocked look on his face. I don't know, but then it's kind of like, why would they eat mushrooms? I don't think they would. They want meat. So maybe that wouldn't work. I don't know.
Mushrooms are meat for vegetarians.
Especially if he's alive and he's got a face. I don't know.
That's funny.
Yeah. But oh well, that's pretty much like, I'm going to leave that one there with that, because I don't know. And like, it looks terrible right now, but this is kind of how I work. I start super rough and then I just make new layers and I sculpt. And I like keep cleaning and cleaning and cleaning.
Well, me too. So what I do, for example, like on my screen, like for example, I'll turn the opacity right down, and then if I'm trying to build something, and then from here I would go, all right, I'm going to start doing this, and I'll start doing stuff on top, exactly the same.
Yeah.
You just do layers and layers and layers.
That's right. I
was doing something recently, and I was up to like layer 200 and something. I said, that is just out of control, man.
Yeah. Wow. 200 layers, that's crazy. I don't know what a few. Especially, you should see the layers in my big pictures that I do, the big group ones, and that gets insane. I think I've had up to in the hundreds, up to probably 1,000, I reckon.
Oh my god, it's too much, man.
Because each character would have layers on every render. Yeah, so crazy. But no. But anyway, that's looking really cool what you've got going on there. I love that.
I don't
getting that suit going.
Yeah, I haven't done anything, so it's been no viewing.
No, that's all right. No, that's what this is all about. This is mainly just good chat, and but I won't keep you too long. We'll wrap it up, And I'll let you go, get some sleep. I'm sure you got a big day at work tomorrow.
I work from. I'm all right. I work from home 4 days a week, 4 out of 5 days. So.
Oh yeah.
I think they're trying to get people to go back to the office, but the work-life balance is quite good at the moment. So.
And so, do you get to work from home a fair bit, or?
So Monday, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. So I go into the office on Wednesdays.
Oh yeah, yep.
So only Wednesdays at the moment. So the other 4 days are at home, which is good.
Oh yeah, that's good. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So you get to spend a bit of time with the kids and stuff like that, or
I'm
at school. But...
They are, but I do I pick them up, and my son goes to tutoring on Tuesday nights, and there's always something going on with kids. But yeah. So it's much better. It's easier to get stuff done. So.
Yeah, good. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, same here. Like I love it being able to work from home and being with the family as much as I can. Like it's I don't know, I feel very lucky to have that kind of thing.
Oh, 100%. Because especially like your boys are a bit younger than my kids, I think, but it's they're at the right age of it. They need you around
Yeah.
too, right? It's good.
Oh,
Yeah.
definitely. Yeah, we've since actually it was lucky because so as soon as I started when I got this opportunity, it was when my first son was born. So and that was 9 years ago now. So he's 9 and my other's 6. So yeah, like it's just from babies to now. It's like the most important time I think to have to be around. I guess it's been really really good.
Yeah, because as they get older, like my son's like 14 and a half, and they start getting to the point where they pretend they don't have parents. So
Oh yeah, yeah, getting that attitude and
oh man. But the good thing is on Saturday nights now we started watching horror movies. It's like a thing. Like on Saturday night,
nice.
Yeah. So I try and pick the scariest ones and scare the shit out of them. It's quite funny.
Trying to really shock them. Yeah.
Yeah.
How does it go? Does it have an effect?
Yeah. But so the ones he finds scary are like stuff like The Ring and like the spiritual stuff like that. Like there was a good movie. I think I mentioned it on Discord, Grave Encounters, where these guys, this television show, this camera crew go into an abandoned asylum and stuff starts happening and it's really freaky actually. And after that one, he was like devastated for a day or so. So so it's good.
That's awesome. Yeah. No, I love a good horror.
Same man. Yeah, same.
And I can't wait to get to that point like you when my kids can watch like a proper horrors with me. So Mason, my son, he's going to be 10 in like 3 weeks from now. Yeah. And we've started to just tap into that now. So I'm showing him some of the tamer kind of stuff.
Of course.
Yeah, and he loves that. Some of the more fun kind of horror stuff that's a little bit of both.
Beetlejuice? Is that
Beetlejuice, stuff like that. Yeah, we've watched that. Actually, we half watched the first one. We didn't get all the way through. What else did we watch? I'm just trying to think now. I've gone blank, but we've watched some pretty good ones, and I love trying to introduce. We watched Super 8 once as well, and that's pretty.
I remember that.
That's got a monster in it, and it's pretty tame though overall, I would say, in my view. But for a kid, I think it's just right.
What about like Godzilla and Kong? I mean, it's not horror.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, we love that kind of stuff.
I actually loved the last one. I went to the movies and watched it with my son. I think actually it was really. I loved that last one. Oh yeah,
apparently the newest one's really good. Yeah,
it was really good.
I love a good horror personally myself. I like the real gritty ones.
Dude, have you seen Terrifier? Yeah. Have you seen the Terrifier movies?
No, I don't think I have actually. No.
Really?
Hang on, is that the one with the clown guy?
Yes.
Yeah, I've seen his face, but I haven't actually watched it.
Dude.
They're pretty crazy, are they?
It's as graphic as you'll get. Like
oh, really?
No, seriously, it's really it's really full on.
Awesome. Oh, I'll have to check that out. All right, well, I might we'll wrap up. What do you reckon?
Yeah, man. Yep.
I might I'll finish up, and I'm going to finish this guy later sometime. I will. I would like to get it to a point where it's presentable at least as a sketch or even cleaned up, but I'll do that later.
Yeah.
And it was fun though. Thanks for joining in, and I'd like to do this a bit more often with the podcast. Just have a chat to people every now and then. Some artists. I've got a friend who, in a few weeks, said he wants to kind of join me as well. So we'll have another guest coming up. Yeah, Bobby Baxter is an animator and an artist as well. He does more kind of cartoony stuff. And we'll have a good chat. So that'd be fun. Yeah.
Oh, that sounds good, man. Yeah, it's a good idea. Yeah. It gets people sort of, I don't know, just chatting and stuff. And
yeah, no, I think it's good. It's good fun. All right. We have a good night, and thanks again. I really appreciate you jumping in.
No, thank you, man. I appreciate you having me on. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries at all. I'll end it there, and have a good one.
All right, man. Thank you.